Good morning.
Hi there.
Well, the day has finally arrived. We're leaving Mornington tomorrow.
We've been here 5 months
5 months.
and we should have been here 5 weeks.
So, if you remember, in December, we arrived in the early part of December and I got sick. As soon as we arrived here, I had a viral infection. And then it's just been a tale of one thing after the other. So, in that intervening period, we've had Christmas been and gone, New Year's been and gone, the grandchildren's birthdays been and gone, Australia Day's been and gone, Valentine's Day's been and gone, and yet again I didn't get a Valentine's card.
And Sarah's birthday's been and gone.
Sarah's
You
birthday's
missed that
been
one.
Sarah's birthday's been and gone. Easter's been and gone. The clocks have gone backwards. Anzac Day has been and gone. But here we are. We're finally leaving tomorrow, the end of April. So, why the heck have we been here for 5 months? Well, if you remember, when we saw you in December, when we last saw you in December, we were heading off into Melbourne to see the surgeon, the orthopedic surgeon, who was going to review Jill's MRI scan on her toe and tendon and decide how and when he was going to fix it. Well, it didn't turn out like that, did it, Jill?
He said, there's nothing to fix. You haven't got a torn tendon. Which seemed very strange, but anyway, I'm not dwelling on it.
Apart from the fact that she was misdiagnosed with a torn tendon twice.
On separate, nothing to do with each other, ultrasounds, which is a bit obscure, but there's nothing I can do about it really. So he said, no, you haven't got a torn tendon, but what you have got is something in your pelvic region that needs to be seen by a gynecologist. So then I went off to see a gynecologist and she said, yes, you've got a cyst, an 11 centimetre cyst. And there was only one way to go, and that was an operation. So I had a bilateral salpingo oophorectomy and removal of the cyst. That means removal of both ovaries, both tubes and the cyst.
And we paid for all that privately because they told us if we waited on the public health system,
we'd be still here.
Yeah, we'd be here till July, August waiting for the operation. So we paid for it. And that's another point that we'll raise later in this video.
So major abdominal surgery, 6 weeks recovery, that delayed us again.
And then whilst Jill was recovering, she decided she liked surgery that much, she was going to have another surgery.
It wasn't quite like that. I'd gone to get my eyes tested. And she said to me, don't you think it's time you had your cataract done? I says, well, probably I've had it since I was 40. And it's 80%, which means 80% of cataract, 20% of the lens. So I said, yes, I should. So then, of course,
we had to pay for that because the waiting period for that would have been another 4 or 5 months.
So I made myself busy while we were here.
So, cataract surgery done, and then 4-week waiting period to be checked that everything was okay with that. And then only when that 4-week period had elapsed, she could go and get her eyes tested because obviously her script was completely wrong from previous scripts, so she had to get a new script. And then we had to wait 3 weeks for the glasses to be delivered.
It's all been waiting there.
And the glasses come tomorrow, and then we're off. So yeah, it's been a long waiting period. And of course, the issue that we faced was the cost of private health. I'm interested in what you, as other travellers and grey nomads, do about looking after your health when you're travelling and planning for health issues when you're remote, because all these things cropped up and became issues for us. So do you have private health insurance? Is it a good thing as a grey nomad, as a retired person, or is it all too expensive? So the good news is we're off tomorrow, as we said, and we're travelling with some friends.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're travelling with Colin and Bridget and with Jan and Gary, and we are heading to the Flinders Ranges, which we've never been to with the caravan. We have been once with the car, but never with the caravan. And then from there, hopefully, weather permitting, across the Oodnadatta track, and hopefully we'll see water in Lake Eyre. We may even take a flight across Lake Eyre to see the water, so we'll show you that in a new episode.
Depends if we've any money left after
Depends
we
if- after
spend
all
all
the
the money
surgery.
on surgery.
And then across the Undata track to Cooper PD, and then we're going to go to Kings Canyon, and we're going to attempt to do the Kings Canyon rim walk. Jill's going to do that. This is the woman who, after her surgery, could barely walk 200 metres, and we're going to attempt to do the Kings Canyon rim walk, aren't we, Jill?
I didn't get a chance to go last time we were here.
Yeah, 14 years ago we last did the King.
Pete did it on his own.
I'll show you some photos from that.
And it was very hot, and you had a great big bag with cameras in and all sorts, and somebody else carried it for you in the end.
I
didn't
took
they?
a backpack with tripods and lenses and lights, and oh my god, it was far too heavy on a hot day. So yeah, I'll just take the
And I
iPhone.
didn't go because I had back surgery, I think. So I
Yeah.
said, I'm not doing that. The entrance to the rim is like that, vertical.
So Kings Canyon, and then after Kings Canyon we part company, and they're going to Uluru, and we're going to head off to Darwin. We have to be in Darwin for
Yeah.
June the 1st. But we're catching up with them again when they arrive in Darwin sometime in July. So we'll show you some of our footage as we leave here. We're going to head off to Benalla and catch up with our friends, and then from there we're probably going to go to Swan Hill and then on to Mildura, and then meet everybody at Mildura. So we'll show you that shortly. Filling the water tanks, ready for the trip. We're going to be camping off grid on most of the stops all the way up to Darwin. So having water is going to be great. And this is the problem. This bloody system. Come on, Mountain Trail, you can do better than this. It looks like the water tank and the air outlet are in the same tube. See how narrow this tube is, and I can't even get it into the inlet. So I have to have the pressure really low to try to stop all that back flushing, which means it takes forever to fill the water tank. And as you've just seen, even with the pressure low, it still comes back, spewing out. This caravan is excellent in many respects, but stupid stuff like this just destroys your enjoyment. Look at it, it's about to come again. Most modern caravans, certainly the likes of Stone and Lotus, it's like, have bottom fill systems. So why this luxury top of the range caravan has to have this antiquated system that's been poorly designed is a mystery and very disappointing, because for the sake of a few $100 it could have been a lot better. So come on, Mountain Trail, you can improve on that. It was a grey morning, and we had to get the tractor to get us out of the caravan park because it was too tight.
There was no turning circle for the ram.
Anyhow, we headed off through the mountains and up to Yaz for a coffee, and then on towards Lake Eildon. Lake Eildon was full, as you can see.
We've seen when it's been empty as well.
Well, we find ourselves at Swan Hill Emergency Department. Jill has got an ear infection. Can't believe it. After all the stuff she's been through, we set off on our travels and now she's got an ear infection. So we've come to the hospital because there are no GPs available, and hopefully we'll get her some antibiotics, some treatment, and then we'll be on our way again. But yeah, a slight alteration and interruption to our plan. Another trip to a bloody hospital. Right, we're at Lake Boga, camping just on the edge of the lake. I'll show you the lake.
Free camping.
Free camping, yeah.
Not quite.
We arrived yesterday to catch up with Jan and Gary, who we're going on this trip with. It's been beautiful and sunny, but very cold wind. So I'll show you around Lake Boga, and then we're off tomorrow to Mildura to catch up with Colin and Bridget.
It's actually not free.
It's not free.
Just off grid.
Off grid, $15 a night, I think, or something like that. But yeah, it's been very nice. But,
It's beautiful, right next to the lake.
show you the lake now, just before the sun goes down.
Lots of birds as well. We left Lake Boga with Jan and Gary. We walked to Sea Lake and met up with Bridget and Colin and Gizmo and Ellie.
The two dogs. So yeah, we went to Sea Lake and took some pictures of the silo art, and then from there on to Mildura. Beautiful day that was driving.
And then it rained last night, really heavy. It's been cold today.
So yeah, the weather took a turn for the worse, and it's now gone cold and wet. But anyhow, we're leaving tomorrow, so...
We just went to look at the Loch 11, and we were very lucky to see a boat in the loch.
That's it.
Oh, actually, that's about it, and we went to Woody's gem place.
And then came back for some soup to warm us up. Alright, well we'll see you in the next episode. Hope you've enjoyed this, and don't forget...
I just... please, comment, please. Thank you.
See you soon.
Bye.